Good afternoon. It's July 21st, 2021, and today was really an uptrend day, a slow uptrend. For the most part, if you stuck with the bias, it would have been fine. Not too many trades though. A few aggressive ones, only two blue ones, and really this one I'm not too sure. We're gonna have to see if Mack marks this. So let's take a look at these. So we made this overnight low, and then we bounced, and then we started making this leg down, and we break, and we make one leg of correction, and we make one leg of correction, and we make a lower high, and I came in right here. And so I thought this was a great entry, and I entered on a limit order, and I did hit my target on the limit order. I treated this like a trap once it ticks below this bar. So I entered on a limit order like up here, but as you can see, this actually fails. So I think this might be a second entry long. We'll see if Mack says it's okay to enter on that, but it's actually tough because it's right at the midline of the overnight highs and lows. But what I'm seeing now is maybe this is where I should have been looking at the trend line, like that maybe. That might be it. This is a leg up, break, one leg, two legs. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like if you were reading this right, though, this is probably a second entry you could take, but we'll see. Another thing is we didn't hit this lower overnight low, so I was expecting it to go down there, but I read it wrong. We did get this channel. This is probably actually this. You know what? I should probably switch those. This. I think this actually should be blue. It kind of looks like a second entry long, even though it's not. But it does confirm this trend channel. And so I do like that. Let's see, first entry, second entry. It also looks like a failed second entry short, but it's not. If we start from here, this actually makes a new low. So this would actually be a first entry, but it kind of looks like a first entry, failed second entry short. We did get congestion here. This is right about at the opening. So that's another reason I marked it aggressive initially, but it just looked and felt like it wasn't congestive anymore, and this is confirming the trend channel, so I like that. It's a higher low off the trend channel. And then we get the true first failed second entry short right here. Only reason I marked this aggressive is because it looks like it we got to close outside the trend line, so but that works, and it's also a little slightly congestive. I think I might have gotten trapped. Oh yeah, I got trapped up here. Let's take a look. Let me zoom in. So this is extremely clear that this is congestion, but that being said, I still, I think I was just with my son, and I was just being super eager. I glanced over at the computer, and I noticed the second entry right here, and I went for it. I don't think you would hit your target even if you entered one tick above this. I think it would be a 4-tick failure, but let's see, 40.25. Yeah, this was a 4-tick failure even if you entered on this. And really, that's just super congestive. And look, this doesn't even touch the EMA. So that's why you shouldn't enter on that second entry. It's very congestive. So we're just dancing around the overnight highs, which is this yellow bar. We get a breakout counter trend here. So we get this engulfing bar, and I think you can go long there. And if you don't go long there, you get a high or low. This gets 5 ticks, so it's just enough. And you can see the scalpers probably all exited when they got their 5 ticks right here, and we get another failed breakout. And it makes an attempt to come back in. I don't know. This is the first failed second entry short. I put it as aggressive. I probably wouldn't enter on this because it looks like the midline is holding prices now. But maybe if you measured it ahead of time, 38.75 to 39.75. So that's only 4 ticks. So that's very aggressive. Very aggressive move. Now we have this potential trend line here. And we get this break back into congestion, and then we got a confirmation of the trend line here. I don't think you can go long here. But you know what? I'm going to put it as aggressive because it would be a break back into congestion, and it is confirming that trend line. So I'm going to mark that, but it's just the first entry. I think if that was an engulfing bar, if it ticked lower, I think I'd probably mark this as blue. So we get this overshoot that leads to a failed counter trend breakout that leads to with trend breakout, the first with trend breakout. And you know, Mack always says that first time breakouts always fail. So these counter trend breakouts fail, and then the with trend breakout fails on its first time. If you went short here on this failed second entry long, first entry, second entry, actually I don't see why you would, because that's going into that trend channel. But if you're entering strictly because it's a failed second entry long, eventually you would have gotten filled. And I think I entered that and realized, like, oh, I don't want to. Yeah, so I went short here and I was like, no, I don't want to be counter trend trading. So I exited at break even. But yeah, eventually you would have gotten filled, but I don't like that. Here we get further confirmation of this trend channel. We get a bounce here, and I entered on this trade. It's a first failed second entry short, and I do like this trade. It's also an engulfing bar. Off the trend line, it looks like. So I do like that entry. Then here we get a two-legged pullback to the near the trend line. Pretty low risk bar, 5 ticks, first entry, second entry. So it's also like a breakout pullback off of these highs. So or off of the highs of this range right here. So I think that's an aggressive move, but it's second entry long with trend near the trend line. I think you can take that. And you get this channel up. Might be a little steeper than that, and we get a break. I think it's probably something like this, closer to this. I wouldn't be going short here. It feels too early. And then we get the break and a sharp move up. And I don't see first. Maybe you would go long here on a failed second entry short, but it's a little bit away from the EMA. And that's at 1 o'clock anyway. So anyway, that's what I saw for today. So let's take a look at my trades. So like I said, I came in, I thought this was a great read. You get this engulfing bar. After this big leg down, I thought we were going to try and test the lows here, but yeah, that didn't work out. So you know what, I actually want to see if maybe that was hit right here. Let's see. No, I don't think you can do that. If this is steeper, say if it starts right here. Nope, still doesn't hit. That does look like a midline though. As you can see, this midline, it looks like it holds here and here. So maybe that is what people were playing. But I mean, either way, you have to play these other channels, these shorter term channels. So anyway, yeah, I do want to hear what Mack has to say about this area, because I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe, yeah, I'm not too sure, because this looks like a good second entry short right here, but it would have failed. I missed this one, unfortunately. I came in too late. I was going to enter on a limit order, and then my limit order never got filled. But I do think that's a good entry. Here we get a, okay, first failed second entry long. I like that. Only thing here was it looked, we had these 1, 2, 3, 4 bars stacked up, and this bar right here could kind of be considered, it can be considered a doji. So that made me a little nervous, but ended up being a good read. This doesn't come, at first I was also worried because this doesn't come exactly to the top of that trend line. But yeah, it works out. This, yeah, it just got trapped here, and this is clearly congestion. So, you know, when you walk away from the chart, I think you have to walk away until you're fully committed to coming back and watching it. Because I was taking care of my son, and you shouldn't be trying to do two things at once, especially if you're trading this thing with real money. You definitely can't be doing that. Okay, here I went short. Yeah, so I went short, and I realized I was counter trend trading, so I didn't like that. Got out at break even, and I thought this was a really good read right here. Bounces off the trend line first, failed second entry short. Good move up. That's all I took for today. So I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good day.